You ever yodeled, Glenn?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
Have you ever wanted to yodel?
No, not really, but I yell a lot.
You yell a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that's healthy.
Yeah. Well, yelling is healthy. It's a release, right?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Much like yodeling.
A lot like yodeling, really. I have yelled off the top of a mountain, though, which was kind of exhilarating.
What did you yell?
Hello!
It's not very creative at all.
Well, I was looking for the echo.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it. I was...
Probably because you dragged on your O for too long.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Screamed right over it.
Yeah. Screamed right over the echo. But I've always wanted to dress up in those little pants, with those leather pants with the flowery shirts and the lederhosen. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that, and actually have those little pipes that they, I've always wanted to do that.
Ricola.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, well into the double digits. And to start off the program this evening, Colin speaks eloquently on the topic of vomiting.
So it all started when I had too much to drink. And then I learned something. They say you can't learn anything from alcoholism or drinking too much. But who knows? I learned something. At the end of the night, I was feeling kind of bloated. And so I had a lot of water to drink because, it's supposed to help the hangover and whatnot. So I had a lot of water, 3 glasses, 4 glasses, but I figured you can never have too much water. They say you're supposed to drink more water than you want. Even when you feel like you don't want more water, you probably need more water. So I had more water. Problem with the argument, of course, is when do you stop drinking water? When you feel like you've had enough? Oh no, when you feel like you've had enough, you should have another glass or so. So I never knew what to stop. So anyway, I got pretty bloated. So, end of the night, I'm sitting around, starting to get kind of tired. Oh, it feels so good. So I went to the bathroom. Actually, before I went to the bathroom, threw up, just sitting around. But luckily, if you're careful, you got a little bit of practice with this sort of thing, like I do. Don't mean to sound conceited or nothing, but, well, I've done this before. So, threw up. Anyway, made it to the bathroom on time. Sometimes you gotta watch it, you get a particularly big burst, and a little bit squirts out. Luckily if you're quick, well, like I am, got a little bit of experience. I've been around, Well, if you're quick, you throw up, you can catch it. No problem. Anyway, that saves any embarrassment, especially over somebody else's house. Well, you don't want to be throwing up. You look like, you look kind of funny anyhow. I mean, what's this guy throwing up for? We're just having a couple drinks here. Better you just catch it.
All alone, I know I give in to chances.
How do you chuck a moon? Any idea?
Chuck a moon? Chuck your drawers?
Is that chucking a moon?
Oh, cool.
I don't know about chucking, but
I always thought it was just like hanging a moon.
Hanging a moon. It was more mooning was a verb for me,
Mooning was a verb?
I mooned him rather than I chucked him a moon.
Yeah.
Mooning is a verb. I guarantee
So I would
it's a
say
verb.
mooning is
So
It's a verb.
the chucking then would be an adverb?
Well, chucking
Moon would be a
chucking
noun.
is unnecessary. It's redundant.
Uh-huh.
Moon isn't just a noun, but mooning is definitely a verb. A good verb.
I am so light, I Okay.
All right, let's go get more. Hello.
How you doing?
I was wondering if we could possibly get morph today.
I can morph you guys anytime you want.
You want to morph us now then?
I can morph you now. I can morph you later.
Well, now would be great.
It's great for me.
We just tried out some fabulous new hairstyles.
Oh, did you on the other computer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And big morph would really top off our day.
We're getting morphed. I know that.
Let's morph.
Yeah. All right, let's morph indeed. Video morphing.
This is Eric and his girlfriend Kate. I morphed them just a few moments ago.
You do a lot of morphing.
It's increasing the amount that we're doing. The students love it.
Yeah.
It allows them a lot of flexibility. They can morph themselves with their girlfriends or their friends in their groups. They can morph themselves with their dog.
So it's a popular thing in school.
Yeah, it is.
Can you morph me with the camera into Mike without the camera?
I can, yeah. The quality won't be the same, but we can do something on that. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, what I've done right now is I've done a digital capture. You can move.
Okay.
I'm recording a digital still frame in the camera.
It's morphin' time.
We're about to get morphed.
It's morphin' time.
You're captured.
All right, I certainly am.
Now I'm going to save that. What's your name?
Rob.
Rob?
Had to think about that one for a minute.
Half step back would be great. That's terrific. Okay, I've done the same thing again. And since we're into the program and it's ready to go, I'm going to snap that while
My eyes are closed. It never fails.
now it's that damn instant frame. Just can't. And I will save that as well. And what's your name?
Rob.
We call him Rob too.
Okay, that's cool. We can do
Which
that.
makes it all the better that
do Rob
we
too.
get morphed together.
Okay, so we now have both of you guys in the snapping. I go into the morph program. Now I'm going to try and set the picture as close to the same size as possible. I select specific points on the picture that I want to tell the computer that's going to morph. So I'm going to come up this side. Normally I would go around the outer part of the head. Okay, you notice our pictures are not exactly lined up together. This outline on the second picture is actually the outline on the first. So what I have to do is drag these points to a semi-close, as close as possible. What I'm going to do first makes it a little easier. I'm going to join the points. Now this makes it a little bit easier to alter the points. If I pull the green point, the white one comes right along with it. And you notice how they correspond. This should actually be up on the neck, right about in there. I'm sorry, Rob.
I was going to ask you if you've been getting at all annoyed by hearing the exact same music repeated over and over and over again here.
Well,
it's sort of the Techno-Roma theme music, I guess.
yes.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I've been pretty much oblivious to it.
Yeah. But now that I've made you aware, maybe you will.
Now for the next 45 minutes, I'll probably go insane. Yeah. And I'd like to thank you for that.
No problem. I am to please.
Each of these points is actually telling the computer what to morph from one to the other. I also like to do nostrils. But, you know, I'm just that kind of guy. The course I teach is communication technology, and we do television studio production.
Oh, yeah.
We built the studio.
I do the same sort of thing.
Very, very similar to what you're doing, Rob, yeah. Only you've got a nicer camera.
Yeah, well, that's about all.
We've done promotional videos. Actually, what you're seeing right now is one of my students videotaping a promotional video. This was done in conjunction with a consortium of mold makers in Windsor. It's a promotional video for mold making industry that they want students in high school to consider mold making as a future job.
Would you consider mold making as a future job if you're...
If I was a student and given the right information, it's a very lucrative field. Cut the molds and have them shipped to England.
The same camera right there. I just saw somebody using exactly the same camera.
The Supercam.
The Superman, as it's affectionately known.
Isn't it though? Actually, when we shot this, the mold company footed the bill for the camera.
Oh yeah?
Let's get to the warm. This is going to take a few minutes.
All right.
What it's going to do is there's 75 frames, and it digitally samples the changes from frame to frame to frame. It's actually saving the morph movie, which is it's a 5-second movie of yourself morphing into Rob 2.
What do you think of that, Rob 2?
I think it's pretty cool, Rob 1. How about you?
Oh, I think it's great, Rob 2.
Oh, that's good, Rob 1.
Can you press him to go?
John McKinley, yeah, we're getting warm.
You must go now, Rob.
Me and Rob 2 are getting warm.
This is really unfair. You know, there's a load of people waiting for you with all that. Well, okay, I shall go and negotiate with the group. I think they'll wait.
You walked away from us, pulling weeds in the late afternoon sun, off somewhere alone to take one last look at a life you had begun. And
Peristaltic movements. So now I gotta, well, this is a little side note, but peristaltic movements, see, it seems when you're eating food, you know, you're eating food, anything, cheddar corn, it doesn't matter. So you eat some food. Actually, what happens is you roll the food into a ball called a bolus. You have a bolus in your mouth, so you got a bolus in your mouth. I don't notice my boli too much, but I guess I do it.
Notice your bolus?
So you swallow the bolus of food, and then through the process of peristalsis, that's a new word. So through the process of peristalsis, the bolus gets fed down through your intestines.
Excuse me, Colin. How do you spell that?
Peristalsis. P? Maybe Morgan could do the letter illustrations with his body for us.
Thank you.
E R I S.
Oh, this is me. Oh, hey.
No.
Yeah, that was an S.
What's next? T A
I said you A.
L S.
I wonder what you're smelling.
I S I S.
T?
Peristalsis. So peristalsis is the process whereby food goes down your intestine. So the bolus gets swallowed back, and it sort of forms a little ball in your intestine, a little bit of a swelling there. This is represented by this little shape in my arms. And then, so your intestines gradually squeeze the food down your stomach, sort of like that. So,
Again.
So and then it gets down to your stomach. Peristalsis. So it gets fed into your stomach, so it gets pushed all the way down. So what I was wondering is, they describe different areas of your stomach. For instance, the funnest of the stomach is near the middle. But so I was wondering, is your stomach, is this like peristaltic movements going down through your stomach as well? This is one thing that always occurred to me as curious. But from the anyway.
The natural disaster comes out, wasn't natural after all. In a small town on the East Coast, where they gathered in a fire hall. And who forgot to let the canary out? Will you be there when they're pulling bodies out? And there are strange things done under the gun by the men who moil for coal. Eastern gales have howled out tales that would make your blood run cold. Lighthouse eyes watch as spies, they put a word out on me. At night
this be your first sort of televised, made-for-TV dramatic presentation appearance?
Well, if you want to call this dramatic.
Well,
but,
something. I don't know what it is. But
no, it's not quite the first, but it's the first time I've ever had this many lines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What else have you done in television?
Oh, well, I've done some extra work for CBC while I was in Toronto. I spent a whole night. And I got a lot of shots on camera, but they were silent shots. I didn't have any talking, and I spent the whole.
Dressed as a horse.
Extra.
Yeah,
but
yeah, silent on camera is the title. But we spent the night crawling around in mud and water.
Would they feed you?
Dropping our heads into the mud and water while the bombs were going off over our heads.
Were there actual bombs?
No, actually, they were cutaways to the bombs, to the lights in the skies and stuff like that. But that's probably.
But did it work out well? Did it look like there were really bombs there?
Yeah, it did actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Could you give us a quick impression of what you were doing as your character there?
Yeah, I can do that. Have you got time?
I do. I certainly do. I've got plenty of time.
So what exactly we were doing is we were running through this field full of mud. Pretend there's mud here.
Hey!
Okay,
hey,
and we'd go.
One about, later I got one about,
And then of course they'd call cut and we get up and walk.
Have some coffee.
Yeah, well, have some coffee and walk back and do it all again.
That's great, thank you.
Yeah, that's the best I can do under the circumstance. I've got a tie on. And,
well, it looked very convincing.
Yeah, well, I had an army suit on then.
I saw the bombs.
Yeah.
I'll do a cutaway to some bombs, too.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm sure you can do that on the toaster, right?
I probably could do something.
Okay, Annie, you're doing fine. Just stay with what you're doing. Watch 34. Header, tighten up defense, okay? Are you going to walk away with your heads low? Are you going to make like you own the place?
We own the place, Coach!
Hurrah!
That was great, guys.
You done much acting before this?
Yeah. Yes. In plays, yeah.
Oh, yeah? What kinds of acting? So
Musicals,
This is nothing new.
No.
No, nothing new at all. Is there, what musicals have you worked on?
Pirates of Penzance.
Creation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And Joseph Amazing, Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, yeah?
And
So all over the place. You're like, you're totally used to this then. So going women coach and is not difficult at all for you.
no, not really.
In fact, you probably wanted to launch into a musical number immediately.
The web has surely strayed. Take her to grace, thy steps retrace. Wandering one.
You're not really into this whole Pirates of Penzance thing, I guess.
Not musical.
No.
If such for love as mine can't help but find true peace of mind, why take it in design?
Oh, that's brilliant. That's just brilliant. You're obviously used to this enough to I mean, you're coming across as smooth professionals here, unlike your friends over there who are shy to be launching into that. But in any case, that's brilliant. So perhaps maybe we can work out some sort of musical sitcom number a little bit later on in the episode or in the season, and we can track you down and you can be our chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. So Catherine and Tori then are the stars of the little chunk here. You
They
guys
played
just
a
got
different
to
part than we did.
Yeah, Coach.
We were pirates, they were rich kids.
You were
I was
rich kids?
injured.
Or you
We were
pirates?
pirates.
Do you have a pirate's on?
I was injured.
You were injured.
Yes, I was injured. You weren't? Yes, I was. Yes, you were.
Can I get a quick R or something from you as a pirate?
No. Sorry, I didn't didn't do that in the
What'd you do? You just sat around all
Yeah,
the whole
we ate and drank.
Ate and drank.
Yeah, we had lines. We were drunk half the time.
Well, you know what they say about actors, I guess.
That's right, before the pirates share. Yeah, yeah, you know that one.
Don't bother her. She's injured.
Yeah, I'm injured. She broke her leg skiing.
Oh, no. Water skiing, I guess. Well, thank you very much for that lovely, lovely number.
You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
you're big stars.
Oh, God.
Buffalo, you say. And paper to roll with the prophecy way. When the snakes crisscross.
As my dinner flashed before me, it suddenly struck me. What is my lettuce doing there? I didn't throw that much. Not only that, but there's a lot of water. That's why it's such a violent and yet somehow satisfying, very satisfying vomit. So it turns out everything, your stomach is one big pool, and all the food gets mixed up there. This is what I learned from drinking.
You already knew that.
And that is what I've learned. That is the lesson. That is the lesson I have learned tonight.
Glenn didn't have that problem though, because
Never.
he was always svelte.
Skinny. I was, when I finished high school, I was like 165 pounds. I didn't put on any weight until I was in my mid-20s. That's when I went up to what my weight is now, and 4 years ago.
What's your weight now?
I'm around 172, 175.
A very healthy weight for your man of your age and build.
Yeah, exactly. For my frame, yeah. But I was pushing 205 for about a year until I got rid of it.
Yeah?
Just riding around in a truck, sitting in the truck all day and eating donuts. So, but I got over that phase. Just a major rush just to find a shirt and tie.
Good thing it's not raining today.
Yeah, it's a good thing she's not shooting tomorrow.
Is it raining tomorrow?
Yes, it's supposed to start tonight.
It is raining tomorrow.
Yes, it is. It's raining tomorrow and Monday.
Do you have meteorological experience as well as your dramatic experience?
I just listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio.
And
it provides you with as much information
yeah,
as you need.
as much as I need.
That's good.
That's how you got so smart, isn't it?
Listening to the radio.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, anyway, this is my sister, and she's very educated, and she'll give you a vocabulary lesson very quickly.
Here we go. If any of you saw the movie Johnny Mnemonic or heard of it, and you had no fucking idea, sorry, I can't say that, and you had no idea what that word meant, well, it means a memory trick. Mnemonic, spelled M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C. Mnemonic. It means memory trick.
Such as?
Such as when you said in science class you're trying to remember the planets. It is man very early made jar stand up nearly perpendicular. I remember it. Mars, Venus, Earth. No, it's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune.
Pluto?
Pluto?
Hey.
I don't know.
Well, you'll let us know then?
Hi, Dad.
How are you, son?
Oh, I'm doing good.
That's great.
Yeah, this is my father.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
We have a very great father-son relationship.
We do, and a striking family resemblance.
And a very strong. I think the color of the hair, particularly on
Yeah, and the family resemblance goes well beyond just you and me. The entire family.
I know.
Is shocking.
And it's kind of an emotional and intellectual similarity as well.
Yeah.
Bond, a real
family
bonding. Family bonding going on.
Major merger going down. Straight from the word to Mars.
First of all, identify yourself.
If I wanted over here and mention the fact that I'm Kevin Welsh, Cablenet part-time employee, volunteer, and every now and then I work in the fire department here in the city of Kingston. And I just thought maybe, as I mentioned to Rob, this month, October, we have Fire Safety Week coming up on October 5th through to the 12th. An opportunity for everybody to re-establish in their minds the importance of fire safety in the home, in the workplace, as you travel. It's a time when we emphasize checking the battery in your smoke detector, which you should do every month. I mean, come on, that's not just something that once a year you need to check on, because it could run down any time. But we also try and point out the important things to kids, the stop, drop, and roll program, in case that you ever do find yourself the victim of a fire. And,
could you demonstrate the stop, drop, and roll?
Out here, yes, where we have more space, I could. So the notion behind stop, drop, and roll is...
when would you use this?
In the event, unlikely as it may seem, that your clothing should catch on fire, we don't want you running aimlessly about. That intends to increase the fire. But what we ask you to do, stop where you are, drop to the floor, cover your face, and then roll back and forth in an effort to put out the flames.
And could you demonstrate running around aimlessly with your clothes on fire?
I would rather not set my clothes on fire, Rob, although it would be a very visual thing.
It would.
But some people would catch on fire and they'd run over here and try and find water, and there'd be no water.
And say something like, "Oh no, I'm on fire!"
Oh, geez, no, it's not good. It's really not good.
It's better to stop, drop, and roll.
Better to stop,
which looks
drop,
like what?
and roll. Which, for those of you who missed it, you stop where you are, you drop to the floor, cover your face, and roll around trying to put out the flames.
All right, and you're a real fire guy.
Yes, well, not from the perspective of starting them. I try to put them out.
Oh, that's very nice.
Although it has been rumored that most firefighters have a tendency towards enjoying fire.
And do you?
I'm like having the opportunity to help people who are in disasters and have this ill timing in their life, but I don't necessarily enjoy starting fires. That's not a good thing to do, boys and girls.
All right. Fire
Check the battery in your smoke detector. Smoke detectors save lives. When they're working, that's even better. So
when they're working, though, I find that they often will just go off randomly and make lots of noise.
Well, there is somewhat of a downfall. The manufacturers have improved them over the last few years, so that doesn't happen very often.
I've also heard they're radioactive.
The older ones were, but I don't know that the current ones are. I don't think that's a major fear for people.
You're not sure, though?
I'm not sure. You would want to check into your manufacturer to see whether or not it is one that is radioactive.
That would be a bad thing, too.
It would be a very low-level radioactivity, if any at all. So I wouldn't worry about it personally.
That's, of course, backed up with no facts whatsoever.
None whatsoever. That's purely speculation. And my word is just my own word. My own personal opinion is not the word of the City of Kingston Fire Department. I am not a spokesperson for them.
All right. Well, thank you for helping to fill up the final couple of minutes of my program, which I was for which I was lacking any content. So now you came along and told me about Fire Safety Month.
Glad to help, Rob. You know, not only serve you, but also educate the public. My pleasure, as always.
Yes.
Have a good night, Rob.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.